Hey everybody, welcome to Mondays with Morgan. Today I have all sons and daughters here with me. What's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
Great, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really complain.
You have your own show.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
Stop.
I feel like we should be interviewing you.
Girl, no. No.
How did you get here?
Wisdom Moon. This is what he did. He said, go. And I had to sit here.
You had no idea your fate.
Yeah.
Was
it's
in
like in...
Who knew that the voice of the
YouTube.
Lord sounded like wisdom?
You know, it wasn't me. So, anyways, you guys just took a trip to Europe to kind of find inspiration for your Poets and Saints album. And you studied all these poets and saints. So, did you find anything through, you know, searching their lives and learning about them that you're like, this is what our church is missing today?
The first thing that comes to my mind is the story of Saint Therese. She's a saint that is the Catholic Church that we found out just through some conversations. They love Saint Therese, and her story is pretty. It's newer, so she became a saint I think in the late 1800s early 1900s. Yeah. But she was 24 when she passed away. So she was a nun at the age of 15. So for 9 years she devoted her life to doing God's work, and she called herself God's little flower, and her life was built around doing simple acts of love. And I think, and I don't want to necessarily say this is a stereotype or this is how all churches are, but I know we've kind of been forced in this season in our church where we're not meeting in our normal space, we're meeting in another person's church to kind of evaluate and go, what are the things that matter? And sometimes simplicity speaks louder than a lot, more. Less is more. And so I feel like we learned a lot from her way of life and her way of living, and that it's not necessarily in the grand acts of love or the big things that we do, but it's in the hellos, it's in the eye contact, it's in the hugs, it's in the text messages, it's in the small things, it's in the way we love people that matters most. And so her story was just really powerful, in this tiny little package, really powerful.
Yeah. Well, it's good too because it kind of reminds you just to be intentional with people. Like I think that's what we're missing is like me not being intentional, reaching out and saying, hey, how are you doing? Like, you're part of my worship team. I see you, at rehearsals, but I don't know anything about you,
Yep.
And I think that kind of ties in with what you're saying.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, thank y'all for watching this episode of Mondays with Morgan. If you have any questions, tweet us at Mondays Morgan, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.